past the midway mark of their season, and tonight they face one of their toughest challenges yet against state-ranked Shadow Creek. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crusader Sports Network. Thomas Hatfield and Jackson Morosa here with you, and tonight, Jackson, is a pivotal game for the Crusaders, especially for playoff seeding.
Yeah, it really is. This is our third district game. They split the first two, and this is another one for them to really prove that they can stand in this tough district. Very top heavy. There's multiple teams fighting for playoff spots and really the district title. And these are two of those teams tonight. They had a rough loss at home against Pearland to open the district, but that was during, they had a rough December. They had a losing streak of about 5, I believe, spread out. But, they got it back on the road at Hastings, which was another tough game, but they were able to gut it out and, get back to 500.
As Jackson said, they did win on Tuesday against Hastings, 61-54. Hard-fought win there, and maybe a little bit closer than they wanted, but still, a win is a win. Crusaders have won 4 of their last 5, including a second-place finish at the recent Conroe Christmas tournament. Unfortunately, the Governor's Challenge up in Maryland did get canceled due to COVID, but I would say that's a nice consolation.
Yeah, definitely. They came out. We haven't really been able to broadcast the game. This is our first one since the opener against Memorial, and they won 9 of their first 10. They came out really hot. Although we've dealt with some injuries, Connor Sauer especially, who I believe is going to play tonight. He's warming up, so it looks like he'll play. But we've dealt with some injuries, some guys out. But, now that it looks like we got everyone back tonight, should be firing on all cylinders. Yeah,
that will be absolutely crucial for the Crusaders. And you want to talk about good players. Jace Posey this season, he has delivered and then some. 13 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game. He's been looking pretty great this season. However, another guy we didn't even mention in our basketball preview, and so we kind of did him dirty. Drew Animashawn really came out of nowhere. 8.6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 1.3 assists per game. He's been really solid as he's been one of the Crusaders' best 3-point shooters. So that's something you really got to pay attention to.
Yeah, we didn't even mention him in the preview, like you said, but the moment that the season tipped off, he's been really, really good. One of the better perimeter shooters, and especially with Connor Sauer only playing 6 games, he's had a lot of playing time at the guard position and is able to, really make some plays for the Crusaders, as they battle some tough tests. And he'll be crucial tonight, playing in tandem with Connor. But if he can get a good shot going early from deep, it'll be lights out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, going back to what we were kind of talking about basketball preview, we talked during the basketball preview about how the Crusaders are almost guaranteed a playoff spot. That does not look like that's going to happen. As looking at the overall records, 5 out of the 8 teams in District 23-6A are over 500. Jesuits at 14-8, Shadow Creek 14-2, Pearland 16-6, Alvin 14-7, Dawson 11-6. Sometimes the overall records, they don't count towards playoff seeding, but still, it's a good gauge to see how things might turn out.
Yeah, that definitely something to consider. It's a very top-heavy district. You got looks like 5 to 6 teams really battling for 4 spots. But you got to take into account the difficulty of preseason schedule. And you can't really, deny that Strake Jesuit has a really, really tough schedule up to district play, playing some top competitors around the state, really, in both the San Antonio and Dallas tournaments, and so their record 14-8, we predicted was even going to be a little bit worse in the preview, but they really came out just unbelievably well, winning the tournament up in Dallas, getting second place finishes. So, up in San Antonio. But yeah, all these teams are really good. It'll be fun to see, how the district plays out once we get a little bit deeper into the season. But tonight, it's really all about, staying within themselves, being poised and controlled and not, letting the game get too big.
Yeah, Crusaders did win 9 of their first 10 games and had quite a hot streak against some state-ranked teams, so that's definitely something promising. We usually don't talk about Jesuit teams having a hot start, but they have blown that narrative straight out of the water, and it's really encouraging to see. Shadow Creek, on the other hand, they are coming in super hot. 14-2, 2-0 in district. they've only had 2 losses to Duncanville and Mansfield, who are both, and Duncanville is number 3 in the country, and Mansfield Summit is 14th in Texas. So those were also really close games. So when you're looking at that, Shadow Creek, you really know that's how good they're going to be.
Yeah, both of those teams you mentioned are, powerhouses. And, Shadow Creek went deep into the playoffs last year, and they're looking to do the same thing. But, we competed with them last year, and I think that they're a little bit more vulnerable than they were last year with a few losses that they, guys moved on to District 1 play at the college level. But I think that guys like Jace Posey have grown, and we can compete with them a little bit better tonight. Because we dropped both games to them last year in district play, which really hurt us, vying for, a little bit better playoff seeding.
Yeah, and you were talking about playoff seeding. Shadow Creek finished 2nd in district last year with 13 wins and 1 loss. So this is going to be a quite crucial game, especially if things are going to turn out the way that we think they're going to turn out here tonight. So definitely, this is a game to watch, and the loss against Pearland makes this game makes this game so much more important.
Yeah, it really does. We talked about, back in November how they really needed to come into this game 2-0. But, we dropped the game against Pearland. But, I watched the game, and the biggest issue that I saw was live ball turnovers. It was a very low-scoring affair. We struggled against their zone. They played a really, really solid zone. We struggled to get inside, settled for a lot of shots. But really down the stretch, what occurred is that we gave the ball away too easily, gave up too many easy buckets, and then before you know it, the game was out of our hands. Tonight, against a high-powered team like this, we have to take care of the basketball. That's going to be number 1 priority.
Tip-off is minutes away. You are watching Crusader Sports Network.
Good evening and welcome to Strength Jesuit Competition Gym. We're celebrating Faculty Staff Appreciation Night. We're also featuring the game against the Shadow Creek Sharks. Please rise and remove all headwear to honor as we start with the invocation. No invocation, we're going to start straight with the national anthem. And now for the visiting team, starting lineup for the Shadow Creek Sharks. At one guard, senior number 3, Cam Amory. At another guard, senior number 4, Lucius Jackson. At another guard, a senior number 5, Sean Jones. At one forward, a sophomore, number 15, Caden Tate. And rounding out the lineup at forward, junior, number 21, Chase Kane. Head coach, David President. Assistant coaches, Rafael Posey, John Olivero, J.C. Ramirez, and Ira Lewis. And now for your Strength Jesuit Crusader starting the lineup. At one guard, 5'11" senior, number 10, Drew Shaw. At another guard, 5'11" junior, number 11, Trevor Lombard. At another guard, a 6'4" junior, number 12, Jake Oates. At one forward, a 6'9" junior, number 13, Brayden Diesel Jones. And rounding off the lineup, a 6'4" senior forward, number 14, Nico Murr. Head coach, Dominic Alvarosa. Assistant coaches, Tom Maverick, Jeff Farrell, Jay Ford, Reed Linden, Dan Martinez, and Stevie Rodriguez.
Here we go. Tip-off is about to happen. As music blasts through here. Student section packed out here once again tonight. Glad you could join us here on Crusader Sports Network. Thomas Hatfield and Jackson and Marosa calling the action for you tonight.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Tip-off.
Drayton Jones in on the tip-off for the Crusaders. Looking in at 6'8". He is absolutely huge.
Yeah, Yeah, he's going to be really important tonight on the boards as well on the defensive side.
Shadow Creek wins the tip-off. Sean Jones won it for the Sharks. Bringing it up the court is Justin Scott. Passing it around, and a steal by Posey, however, taken away. Jones has it once again. As he'll let the play develop over to Cameron Embry. Looking it. Jump shot, and no good. Rebounded by Jones. Takes the three off the rim, and whistle blown. And a foul on Shadow Creek.
It's good first possession for the Crusaders. Coming out, showing man, good ball pressure. Like to see a little bit more tenacity on the boards. Looked like Jace Posey wasn't as aggressive as I'd like. You know, we're going to have to really limit second chance points. They had another chance at a three. Lucky we got coming up with a foul. The first offense possession.
Drayton Jones takes it off to Anna Michon. He'll pass it around to Posey. Dribbling into the paint. Out to Lombard. Takes the three off the inside of the rim. Back to Sean Jones. He'll bring it up past the half court. Pass over to Caden Tate. Back to Tate. Over to Chase Kane. Jones comes through. Over to Kane once again. And it's no good. Rebounded by Nico Murr. He'll bring it up. Over to Anna Michon. Back to Trevor Lombard. Back to Drew. He'll dribble around the key. Pass Nico Murr. Looking around, back to Drew Anna Michon. Back to Jace Posey. Well defended there by Sean Jones. Now he'll drive through. Driving up, looking, and tries to make the pass off of Sean Jones. Did not quite work out there.
Yeah, those are the type of turnovers that they're going to have to win.
That will be charging on Justin Scott. Crusaders will get
three really solid defensive possessions to start the ball game. You know, not letting them take the easy shot. On offense, we're going to see a little bit more, you know, penetration in the paint, you know, to get those easy looks.
Still no score after almost 2 minutes of play. As Posey puts it up, and there's the first 2 points of the night. Jesuit scores.
Very nifty footwork there. You know, he saw a little opening, used his length and athleticism to just lay it right off the glass.
Yeah, great effort there by Jace Posey. Now Jones takes it back to Cameron Embry. He'll bring it, looking to try to get in the paint. Tipped away by Posey, however, Jones takes it as Drayton Jones picks it away.
Run up the floor.
Over to Lombard, the three, off the rim. Posey rebounds it over to Anna Michon. Back to Posey. Looking to let the play develop here.
Really got to get back into the paint. You know, we're 0 for 2 from 3 so far. Lombard has missed twice.
Nico Murr has it. Went for the layup, however, it's blocked. And blocked again. Nice effort there by the defense for the Sharks.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted a foul there, but you know, it looked like they're there's an and one. Great drive. Drayton Jones just a little bit too violent there.
Embry gets fouled there by Drayton Jones. He'll go to the line for an and one to make it a 3-point, try to make it a 3-point play here. Referee signals one. Student section goes for the distraction. And it banks. Shadow Creek takes the early lead, 3-2. 5:09 left in the game, in the first quarter.
Free throw shooting for both teams is going to be very important, you know, in tonight's game. Securing those easy, you know, free throws is really what's going to separate and start to form leads.
Lombard moving it around over to Anna Michon, over near the baseline, almost went out of bounds. Back to Lombard, and a foul on the Crusaders. Sean Jones will inbound it for the Sharks.
Not a bad first 3 minutes. Gonna, you know, have to pick it up a little bit. I mean, you can't take that charge there. You gotta jump stop, make the pass instead of leaning into the defender like Nico Murr did.
Tate has it, well defended there by Aiden McKee. Lombard now guarding Justin Scott as the three is taken off the rim.
Good contest there by Jace Posey. He did a good job getting up into the defender's face without fouling. Forced a tough shot. Now we get the ball back.
Crusaders took a while to get out of the backcourt. Long three. Oh, off the rim. Anna Michon almost had it there.
Yeah, that's exactly a shot you do not want to take. That's just a little bit too deep. Didn't really allow, the possession to kind of unfold, the offense to get set up. And, it turns into an easy bucket on the other end.
Chase Kane on the layup. Crusaders have it back now. Shot up. No good.
Yeah, two just really poor shot selection there. You got to stop settling. Our points came already from the paint, and that's where we need to look first. And then we can start to kick it out for threes. But so far, our three-point shooting has been pretty good.
Aiden McKee. Oh, nice feed there to Drayton Jones. Back to Lombard. Over to McKee for three. Count it! Crusaders tie it. Aiden McKee, nice three.
Aiden must have heard me there. That was a great shot. Pretty good look. And he ties it up.
That's jump shot, no good. Drayton Jones rebounds it.
Yeah, that's a tough shot right there. Moving in the lane, a little bit off balance. Good defense by the Crusaders, getting the ball back now. Good drive here by Posey. Lost control a little bit.
Posey now has it. Over to Drayton Jones. He'll drive forward and a dunk! Crusaders grab the lead back.
Great find by Jace Posey. He was a little bit in trouble by the sideline, able to find Drayton Jones, who just powers his way to the dunk. It's a way to establish authority as well as a two-point lead.
As Justin Scott takes it once again. No personnel changes so far except for Aiden McKee. As
Straight Jesuits showing great ball pressure around the perimeter, making it very hard to drive to the basket. A great job there to get under the rim to the other side away from the defender with a left-hand finish.
Great feed there to Chase Kane as he gets another layup. Game is tied once again. McKee has it now, moving around back to Posey.
We're going to have to continue to move the ball, look for openings here. Looks like Drayton Jones trying to get open the post. They do feed it to him. Now he goes to work. Looks like that's going to be it.
Jones gets fouled.
Jump ball there. Looked like he almost traveled, but got to keep the ball on your draw. Now it looks like we got some substitutions. Jaden Carroll, Aaron Rucker, Nico Murr checks back into the game, as well as Jason Lynn.
Jason Lynn, the sophomore. Lots of talent there to be on varsity as a sophomore.
Yeah, he had a crazy buzzer beater in the San Antonio tournament that forced overtime. And the Crusaders ended up winning that game and thus winning the championship. There's a steal there.
Picked right out of the hands of Trevor Lombard.
Yeah, just a little bit lazy there. Ball in the hip. Good feed.
Great feed there.
Aaron Rucker's got to do a little bit better job covering up the backside. He let his man just kind of slip behind him. Good feed there.
Great ball movement there by Nico Murr. Back over to Jason Lynn. Lombard has it now. Over back to Murr. In the paint. And let's see who gets called on. It's on Shadow Creek.
Good drive there by Nico Murr, causing a foul. Going to inbound the ball into the basket. Jace Posey checks back in for Trevor Lombard.
Seems to be a bit of controversy there with Jace Posey's mouth guard.
Yeah, I haven't seen him wear a mouth guard
Rucker,
so far in these games.
Rucker back to Posey. Murr has it now. Over to Jaden Carroll. He'll hand it off to Jason Lynn. Jason Lynn looking to create some stuff around the paint. Back to Posey once again.
Shadow Creek has also shown a really good man-to-man defense here. A lot of ball pressure, making it really hard. And there's a steal there.
Shadow Creek gets it back with less than a minute to go. And a called foul there. As the Crusaders will get the ball back here in crunch time in the first quarter. Very low scoring, surprisingly.
Yeah, so far the transition defense has been relatively good. 2 charges for the Crusaders so far in this quarter. Getting the ball back down to it. This is a crucial possession here. You're going to probably see them maybe even try and hold it these last 43 seconds with the last shot about to either tie or take the lead. But, you know, what we just saw in the last few possessions, you know, Trevor Lombard gave up an easy steal, Jace Posey gave up the steal. Those cannot happen because down the stretch, those could turn into transition buckets.
Posey inbounds it to Jason Lynn, try to bring it up. Can't get backcourted here, and he's able to get it across. Great defense
Looks
here.
like the Sharks showing a little bit of backcourt pressure. Aiden Keith.
Three by McKee, and count it! Crusaders reaching double digits. Less than 30 to go.
After that block shot, he's 2 for 2 from deep. He's the leading scorer with 6 points. But it gives Shadow Creek a chance here at the end of the quarter. There's a deep three.
Speaking of threes, nice three there by the Sharks. They take the lead back.
Aiden McKee just a little bit lazy there. Put his hand down. Here's Jason Lynn to the...
Lynn, oh, just no good. The whistle may have been blown there before the quarter. However, they will let the quarter end. Quite an exciting and defensive quarter there. Shadow Creek up 12-10 going into the second quarter. What are your takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, what we stressed before the game, the takeaways are going to be the biggest, you know, stressor in this game for the Crusaders. They gave up a few easy steals. Luckily, Aiden McKee was able to find his stroke from deep with the 6 points. That's what's really keeping him in here. Jace Posey's going to have to continue to have the basket and find Drayton Jones just like he did on that dunk. On the defensive side, they got to keep their hands up around the perimeter. They cannot get lazy and allow them to shoot from deep and find their stroke. But, you know, for the Shadow Creek Sharks, they're just going to have to keep doing what they're doing. They've done a good job on both sides of the floor. You know, a little bit better shot selection. But, you know, the Crusaders have forced some really tough shots, and that's what they've got to continue to do.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to get underway here.
Yeah, Strike Jesuit enters this quarter only down 2, although they're back on the defensive side. They did a pretty good job here defensively, not giving a lot of easy shots. They're going to have to continue to do that if they want to stay in this one.
Back over to him, and he'll take the shot. No good. Jumper from the paint, and it's good.
You know, that's one thing we haven't done a great job of. We've given up multiple offensive rebounds, and just like that one, the second chance basket was able to go in. And, you know, that's really what's going to, you know, be the difference here. Posey on the perimeter. Feeds it to Drayton Jones, and he's going to get it going. Nice bucket. And there's another assist for Jace Posey as Drayton Jones gets back on the board with 4 impressive points. He's going to continue to look to do that here. Now they're guarding them, the Sharks, around the perimeter here. Feeds it down to Sean Jones. And Jones comes up with a steal, but he throws it away. Not what they were looking for on that play. Oh, and a good feed and finish by Chase Kane.
Sharks up 16-12. Anna Michon has it once again, as he'll give it off to Carroll. Over to Drayton Jones, trying to get up, and it looks like he may have drawn the foul here. See what the call is.
Looks like a jump ball. Once again, the Crusaders just putting the ball on their hip, and you know the Sharks aren't afraid to just rip it out from them. They're gonna have to really take care of the ball here.
Looks like it was a foul on the Sharks, so they'll inbound it over to Nico Murr. Hand off to Posey, as he will dribble around a little bit.
Posey so far with only 2 points, although a few assists.
Anna Michon missed on the 3 there. Over to Jones, however, can't get it. Jane Carroll fought for it.
There's a foul by Jaden Carroll trying to secure the offensive rebound. Once again, the Crusaders cannot rely on the three-point shooting. They've got to get something going towards the rim. That'll open the three-point shots. Joanna Michon showing some backcourt pressure here.
Yep, Anna Michon on Ambery. Ambery pass over to Jones, Sean Jones, as he'll bring it into the paint. Pass over and knocked away there. Nice defensive effort there by the Crusaders.
Yeah, good job by Jace Posey getting in the passing lane. Now the Crusaders get to reset under their own basket, try and get a stop here and cut into this 4-point lead.
Lombard checks in for Nico Murr, as Sean Jones will inbound it for Shadow Creek. Back underway once again, right to him, nice under the court, and it looks like there will be a shooting foul. He'll go to the line.
Good job there by Bryce Jackson to catch the ball, turn, and draw the contact. Now I guess they go to the line.
Free throws being shot by Bryce Jackson off the rim. First shot, no good.
This is only the Sharks' second trip to the free throw line. Their first since the and one at the beginning of the first quarter. Looks like it's going to be a lane violation. The basket will not count. You know, that's another thing the Crusaders are going to have to do in this game. They've got to get to the free throw line. They've been a decent free throw shooting team so far throughout the season, but they got to get to the free throw line.
Nice movement there as Posey tries to get the fast break. Oh, went for the dunk, no good.
And there it is right there.
He looks like he might get a shooting foul, and he does. Posey will go to the line.
Man, what an aggressive play right there. Just, you know, the guts that Posey has just to, you know, take off. Gets the contact, and here we go. First trip to the free throw line for Posey.
First shot, no good. Crusaders only need to make one of these to really get back into it.
Yeah, one of these would create a one possession game with 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Posey readies for his second shot. And it swishes. Crusaders get within 3 now.
Once again, great job by Posey attacking the rim.
Jones the 3, and it's good.
Great find by Ambery at the top of the key. Jones sinks it.
Shadow Creek needs one more to make it 20. Anna Michon has it now. Looking around, can't double dribble, and he's forced off balance. Shadow Creek will get the ball back on an apparent travel.
Yeah, good job trapping Anna Michon on the sideline. He really had nowhere to go. Ends up stepping on the stripe.
5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Shadow Creek leads by 6. The 3 there off the inside of the rim. Rebounded by Justin Scott. Pass over to Sean Jones. Sean Jones, ooh, nice move there on Jace Posey.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate offensive rebound for the Crusaders.
And a foul there.
As now they get, you know, they forced the tough 3, weren't able to rebound it, and now it looks like Sean Jones will go to the line after the foul on Drayton Jones, which is his second.
Also a nice hard pick there by Justin Scott to give Sean Jones some room to get into the paint. Third trip to the line for the Sharks tonight. First shot bounces in. Shadow Creek has reached 20.
Yeah, you know, they've outscored in these first, 4 minutes. They've outscored the Crusaders 8-3, really extending this lead, partly at the free throw line so far.
Second shot is good as well. Shadow Creek leads by 8.
Crusaders have really struggled offensively. Only 1 field goal so far this quarter. They really got to limit the turnovers here, move the ball efficiently, and try and find a basket.
Anna has it now. Looks, finds Drayton Jones, back to Posey. He'll let the play develop a little bit. No shot clock, so they can hold it as long as they want. Posey still has it, trying to juke him out. Can't quite do that. Anna takes it now, as he needs to avoid the backcourt, and he does. They tried to push him back there. Gets it to Jones. Oh, nice to McKee. What a feed there. Wow.
Great cut there by Ada McKee. And good find by Drayton Jones. A little high-low action as Ada McKee dives to the rim.
Lots of hard contact there, and it's on Shadow Creek.
That's our third charge of the game. They've done a good job there, setting their feet, drawing the contact. And now we get the ball back, trying to cut this lead, which is 6.
And as you can hear the student section chanting, you can't do that, and indeed you cannot. Posey will inbound it once again for the Crusaders. Sean Jones guarding him. Finding Drayton Jones wide open. Posey will take it again. Both teams at 5 fouls here tonight. Driving in. Posey, knocked away by Jones. What a block.
Yeah, really, really good job by Sean Jones, staying with him step for step, rising up and blocking it. But Jace Posey's got to continue to be aggressive because, that might one time turn into a foul leading to a free throws.
Jace Posey looking there, and Chase Kane will foul Drayton Jones there, and we will go right back to where we started once again as Aaron Rucker readies to get in. Drayton Jones coming out, Aaron Rucker checking in. Nice applause.
Drayton Jones has done a pretty good job so far on both ends of the floor, but that is exactly not what the Crusaders wanted out of that possession. Another turnover.
Not a great pass there by Jace Posey. He just completely missed him.
Yeah, it looked like just a little bit of miscommunication. Trevor Lombard was trying to run through the fence, of blockers, I guess you could say, and trying to look for a corner 3, but just a little bit outside was the pass.
Sean Jones has it once again. No scoring for quite a bit. And as soon as I say, blocked away. Wow. Now back to Posey on the fast break. Dunks on him! Wow!
Goodness gracious.
And this place has gone insane.
What a possession for Posey. On one end, he gets the block, Anna Machon outlet pass.
Rebound.
That shot off the backboard. But here comes Posey again. But great job being aggressive and just finishing at the rim.
Now only a 4-point game. Posey has it over to Anna Machon, and that will be a foul. Anna Machon will go to the line.
And here it is. They've gotten Shadow Creek has given Jesuit the opportunity to be in the bonus here, and now we get free throws, and these are crucial, especially when you're down. Anna Machon, a pretty good free throw shooter here, looking to cash in.
Anna Machon readies.
This is a one and one here, and he hits the first.
That is a huge free throw for Jesuit. Now that makes it a 3-point game, so a 1-score game, and we're tied. Unless the Crusaders
looks like Jason Lynn has come back in for Lombard.
Second one goes as well. Jesuit only down by a couple now. 21-19 second quarter, 2:54 to go.
6-0 run here by Jesuit. They've done a really good job on both ends of the floor, getting out in transition, drawing contact, and making free throws. And that's really what's going to lead to a win here tonight.
Cam Ambery passes to Sean Jones and blocked by McKee. However, Jones quickly gets it back. Back to Ambery. Come in. Pass out to Michael Collins. Puts it up and in. Wow, what a drive there.
Man, what a way to finish. Jump in the air, a little scoop, changed hands, and finish. Great finish.
Jason Lynn has it over to Ryan Chang. As McKee takes the 3. Just off the inside. Right to him, but he can't capitalize.
Yeah, not a great shot there by Ada McKee. Looked well covered But here's another free-hand transition by Embry, but now Aiden McKee.
Oh, what a block there. Just knocked it right out of his hands, stealing a golden opportunity.
Good job by Embry to get back. And now the Crusaders will have to inbound under the basket, which they have not done a good job of doing so far. The last time they were here, Jace Posey threw it out of bounds.
Jane Carroll checks in for Aiden McKee. Posey will inbound once again. Looking for Rucker, got Chang, and the and one! We could have a 1-point game if this one is made, and that would be huge.
Yeah, great job by Ryan Chang. He saw, they looked like they were trying to get into the Rucker in the corner, but Chang just, had one step on the defender and just went straight to the basket. A good find by Posey, and a great finish with the contact by Ryan Chang.
Ryan Chang
making
looking
a real impact off the bench.
Ryan Chang looking for the and one. Readies. Got it. 1-point game, 23-22, 1:53 to go. Pass.
Let's see if they can close it on the defensive end and try and take the lead.
Collins has it, stumbled a little bit, gets it to Lucius Cameron Wilson. Oh, Jane Carroll gets it, pass to Posey. Oh, they stopped the play.
Wow, interesting call there. They say it was back court. Wow, interesting. I guess they say that Jaden Carroll picked it up on the ground already in the front court. But great effort by Jaden Carroll. Almost got the steal. Trying to trap Embry on the corner, on the sideline.
Some confusion on the play there with Embry and the coach. However, they still make it anyway. 25-22, a 3-point game. Lynn inbounds it now. Backcourt defense by the Sharks. Lynn brings it up to Posey. He'll come into the paint. Looking for it, takes the jumper, no good.
Really tough shot there. Although good rebound by Rucker.
And he makes it. Great putback there. It's a 1-point game once again.
It's a tough shot there in traffic, but just put it on his chin and just was able to rise up and finish. Great effort off the bench from Aaron Rucker. Good feed.
No good. Rucker rebounds it. Lynn, jumper, got it! Crusaders have the lead!
Looked like Jason Lynn didn't want any of Sean Jones at the rim. Instead, he pulls up and just makes the easy 12-footer. And now Jesuit has taken their first lead since it was 2-0.
And indeed, Jason Lynn is a sophomore, and he's making an impact here on the Crusaders varsity basketball. Nice pick and set there. Back over Jones, the three, no good. Looking for the rebound, got it. Nice fight by Lynn. Oh, and they botched that one. Ryan Chang just kicked it kind of out of bounds. 9.6 to go.
Yeah, really exciting end of this half. But the greatest way to finish this half would be the Crusaders to make a stop here. They're under their own basket. They're up one, under 10 seconds to go. They really got to make a stop here and go into halftime up in this one.
Looking to inbound it. Over, and Sean Gilbert takes it. 4, 3, 2, 1. The three. Oh, off the rim. Crusaders go into the half with an unlikely lead, 26-25, and they are putting up the fight against a state-ranked team.
Man, Aaron Rucker's defense right there, that is impeccable. That is really difficult for a big man to do that against the guard up on the top of the key. It's like watching Kevin Love in the 2016 finals. You know what I'm talking about. Stephen Curry, Game 7. Man, oh man, that's tough to do. But, wow, what a way to close out a half. And, the bench players really stepped it up late and made this one a game, and I can't wait for the second half.
So far, who's your player of the game?
Man, so many people have made an impact. Man, let me think about that one.
We will be back after halftime. You are watching Crusader Sports Network. Crusaders up on the Sharks, 26-25.
please enjoy the following faculty and staff appreciation night video. Thank you for everything that you do for our students.
live here on Crusader Sports Network. Thomas Hatfield and Jackson Amorosa here with you. Great first half. It's time for the second. How do you see this one shaping up?
Yeah, I'm very surprised. We have this 1-point lead. This Shadow Creek team came in here really, really hot and looked to make a statement win tonight, advance to 3-0 in district. But the Crusaders came out, they had their ups and downs, but ultimately, late in the second quarter, they just turned it on. Everything was clicking, they limited the turnovers, got to the free throw line, moved the ball, made their shots. And on the defensive side, really all game they've done a great job forcing tough shots, rebounding pretty well, although they've given up some key offensive rebounds. They didn't let Shadow Creek get in the bonus, but overall, really, really good performance in that first half. But most importantly now, they cannot take their foot off the gas pedal. This Shadow Creek team is known for getting and going late. They've had some impressive runs down the stretch in games, and Jesuit cannot afford to take any pressure off of them. They gotta run away with this lead as quickly as possible and not look back.
Anima, Sean, Lombard, Jones, Murr, and Posey out to start it for the Crusaders. Ambery, Scott, Chase Kane, and Sean Jones out to start for the Sharks. As power pumps through, we get underway.
Crusaders once again showing man defense here.
Back out,
wide open.
Takes the three, wow, knocks it down, and just like that, Shadow Creek's on top again.
Once again, looked like just a miscommunication. Someone got lost in the shuffle there, and he was just wide open. But once again, you got to knock it down, and he did. So, and there's a really awkward shot by Posey. Here comes the Sharks.
Looking for the three, jumper, rebounded by Posey. Drayton Jones.
Crusaders need to regroup here. They need to settle in. They're down 2. They've been here before. They need to just, get into their groove here. Posey is down.
Over to
Posey is
Murr.
down, grabbing his ankle.
As Anima Shaw takes the three, air balls it.
Posey is down. He is grabbing his ankle.
Posey is, and you do not like to see this. Posey is down. Seems like he's having ankle issues. We hope he's okay. And while that is being dealt with, we will step aside. Helped off, and if you're a fan of the Crusaders, this is something you do not want to see. Losing their star player.
Yeah, couldn't really tell what happened there. It looked like he may have just landed awkwardly, planted it a little weird. Hopefully he's okay. He was able to walk off. We'll see. It looks like the trainer's taking a look at it now, but that is a huge loss. But once again, the Crusaders have enough here to stay in this game. They just got to tap in and really, really put the pressure on the Sharks defensively here.
Jaden Carroll will check in for Jace Posey on the injury. Brings it up past the half court. Anima Shawn defends Ambery. Looking, went up for it, and no good, rebounded by Jones.
Great defense by Jaden Carroll there on Sean Jones in the post. Didn't allow an easy bucket, now here it comes. Trying to get it to Anima Shawn.
Justin Scott tips that one away. Crusaders will get it back. As Anima Shawn will inbound this one.
Gonna get it into the backcourt to Lombard.
Letting the play develop once again. Lombard defended by Scott. Lombard comes up, pass to Murr.
Good feed
over
down
to Jones,
low.
and he is. And it seems like they watched tape on the Crusaders because they have really neutralized Drayton Jones inside the paint here as a shot by Ambery off the rim, rebounded by Jones, and he'll put it back up and in. Shadow Creek extends their lead to 4.
Yeah, 5-0 run to start the half here. The Crusaders have gone scoreless in the first 2 minutes.
Seems like the talk from Jeff President, the head coach of the Sharks, really did something, as they have really been neutralizing them so far. To Anima Sean. Can't catch him on the double dribble, however, he will dribble again. Pass to Carroll, up and in. Crusaders move the deficit back up to 2.
Great job by Jaden Carroll getting under the basket, switching sides there, avoiding the defender. That's a tough finish there. Just a little up and under move high off the glass, but cuts the lead to 2, and that's exactly what the Crusaders needed. Outside to Jones, tough shot. Can't secure the rebound though. Another second chance for the Sharks, and Jones drives.
No good, as Jones kind of flops a bit there.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a soft foul there. Coach Amoroso saying it was out of bounds before the foul.
Posey has left the side court area. It looks like he is going to get medical attention in the trainer's room. We hope fans are hoping he will return tonight. So Jaden Carroll will stay in for a little bit longer.
Good job by Trevor Lombard trying to chase down that loose ball. Unable to secure it, but now the Sharks have to inbound it from the full court.
Jace Posey has returned, and he is back to the top of the rotation ahead of Nico Murr. So it looks like, and he is getting up. He is going to check in here.
Whoa. Oh, and there's a charge. Wow, did not look like his feet were set there. Just kind of ran towards the defender. Oh, sorry, the offender, but draws the contact. Great job by Trevor Lombard there. And now,
looks like Sean Jones was a little shaken up on that.
Yeah, well, that's Sean Jones' second foul, and he has played almost all of this game for the Sharks. He looks like to be their key player on both ends of the floor. But good to see Jace Posey check back in. Looks like he's moving all right. You just got to keep an eye out for that ankle.
Jace Posey moving quite nicely. Over to Carroll, who's still in. Anima Sean has it now. Back to Carroll. He'll look to move it around. Over to McKee. Fakes the 3. Back to Carroll. Around the paint he goes. Looking around, Posey has it now.
Looks like the Sharks are switching every screen, making it really
going
difficult.
Up for it, and one! It's a tie game! As Posey will go to the line to try to get the lead. His 7th point of the night.
What a way to re-enter the game. And, you know, such an underrated aspect of Posey's game is he's so nifty in the paint. It looks like he's just in slow-mo out there. Everything moves so slow for him. And he's just so technical with his footwork and just able to work his way around the rim. That's going to be a lane violation. But the shot goes in anyway. And the Crusaders regain the lead.
31-30. Third quarter of action, 4:18 to go.
The Crusaders have now gone on a 5-0 run here. Looks to be re-energized. Aiden McKee jumped
he
early.
faked him! Oh, and a putback! Oh, bad! Wow!
Holy smokes!
Shadow Creek back in it.
Wow. Sean Jones with authority. Right on Jace Posey there, the putback slam. And now it gets taken away again.
Ambery! Oh my goodness! What is going on? Oh wow.
2 massive dunks for Sean Jones. What athleticism displayed right there in both of those plays. Impressive plays from Mr. Jones. But hey, the Crusaders cannot let this game get out of hand. They got to regroup. Good job by the coaching staff to call a timeout. Those are some pretty jarring plays right there. Jace Posey gets dunked on, and then the lob. But now they got to regroup. They can fight in this game. They can be physical with the Sharks. They're down 3. They've been here before. They were down 8 in the first half. They just got to keep it together here. They got the ball. They just got to score, stop, score, stop.
Posey inbounds it. Over to Jones, hoping to get some of their momentum back here. Back to Posey. Off the feed from Jones. Letting the play develop again. There is no shot clock. They can hold it as long as they want. To McKee. Dribble around the arc in the paint is Jones. Puts it up. No good, but that'll be a shooting foul on Bryce Jackson. He'll go to the line.
It's excellent play design out of the timeout. Just feeding Jones in the low post. Let him go to work. Draws the contact. It's going to be the first foul on Bryce Jackson. Drayton Jones' first trip to the line, shooting 2.
First one goes. Crusaders
now. Pretty good
shooter
for a big man. He's up to 5 points on the night so far.
3:20 left to go here in the third quarter. No good on that one. However, let's see how they do it.
Looks like it was over the back.
As it looks like there may have been a technical there on
like Aiden McKee.
Yeah. Kind of mouthing off to Cam Manbury as he'll bring it up. Takes the 3, no good. Rucker goes for the rebound, feeds it off to Posey off the carom.
Yeah, both teams have really struggled shooting it tonight.
Almost had a back.
Especially the Crusaders. Wow, and that is going to be Sean Jones' third foul with 2:42 left in the third. That is really detrimental to the Sharks.
This one is getting heated, ladies and gentlemen. We've already had a unsportsmanlike technical here on Aiden McKee.
And it looks like the Sharks will take a timeout to regroup. Both teams, struggling to shoot the ball from deep, which has really been a strong asset for both teams. So both teams really going to have to work through the paint down the stretch. But great job by the Crusaders, regrouping out of the timeout, drawing a few fouls. Hey, and this is anyone's game right now. They're down 2. They've shown that they can fight back in this game. And no lead is too big for these Crusaders.
Both teams know this is a game they cannot afford to lose, Jackson. And the Crusaders need this win more than anyone here tonight. And
yeah, a win against Shadow Creek would go a long way, to get back to 2-1, and then to have that just, not a lot of teams are going to beat Shadow Creek in this district. And, it'll send a message to the other district teams that, Straight Jesuits not here to, mess around. They're going for the title.
this one has gotten heated, as we've said, already a technical, and Sean Jones starting to act out a little bit. He is only 2 fouls away from fouling out of this one.
A little bit risky keeping him in, but he has played ultimately the whole game so far, and he's shown to be crucial for the Sharks on both sides of the ball, providing them size, athleticism, shooting, and defense. The only 3 so far for the Crusaders have come from Aiden McKee in the first quarter when he hit back-to-back shots. So that's another aspect of the game that they need to get going. But just a little bit too hard of a pass there. Rucker trying to force it inside to Aiden McKee.
Speaking of Aiden McKee, that ball was off his tips and out of bounds. Ambery inbounds it from Jones, who looks pretty winded as he goes up the court. He has not been taken out. He has been in the entire game thus far. Driving it up. Oh,
good
what
find there. Good ball movement.
3 off the rim. Anna Machon goes for the rebound. Can't quite get it. Jones! The dunk!
It's his 3rd slam of the quarter. Again, the second chance points are just killers, both to morale and to the scoreboard for the Crusaders, as they now are down 4. With just under 2 minutes to go left in the quarter.
Rucker has it now. Up and good.
Man, he has been really good tonight. He tends to struggle sometimes, to make those buckets, as you saw, with pressure, but he is 2 for 2 shooting so far tonight with a very efficient 4 points off the bench, and that's what you love to see.
Nice feed there from Jones as Jackson gives it back to him. Guarded by McKee, he'll bring it up. Oh, and blocked away, but Rucker keeps it in bounds. Carroll brings it up. Animash on the three. Oh, no good off the rim. Kane rebounds it.
Yeah, he's really struggled from three so far, but what an impressive defensive stop by Rucker. But man, oh man, you cannot let the Sharks just go down the floor and get an easy bucket like that. Crusaders just didn't get back, didn't get set up, and now with just under a minute to play, they're back down 4.
Rucker has it, jump shot, tries to get it off the glass, but he can't.
Yeah, that one was a little bit off, looked a little bit forced, but once
Kane!
again,
It's like, that will be charging on...
they call it travel.
Actually, no, travel, yeah, you're right.
Travel on Chase Kane there. Once again, they just, straight gestures, turning the ball over. That was a little bit of a rough shot there by Rucker, just kind of unnecessary. But now, hey, they get a chance here, 46 seconds left to try and cut into this lead, going into the 4th.
Lombard well defended. Coach Amorosa calling in the play. Going around. Nico Murr has it now. Driving in the paint and good.
Wow. Strong left-handed finish. Just put it on the floor. Drove to the rack. What a finish there. Now the Sharks with under 20 seconds to go. Ambery takes it up the court, heavily guarded by Lombard.
Lombard guards Ambery as he's looking by the Fighting Crusaders logo. Takes the shot, absolutely no good. Puts it up. Oh, it almost went in. Oh my gosh, the roof would have come off this place.
That
but
was
no
really,
good.
really close. A little bit too much power off the backboard, but man, the Sharks have done a pretty poor job late in both quarters. They had a chance at the end of the first and the end of the third to take the lead at the buzzer, and both times they forced really tough shots, which, you know, if this game comes down to, you know, the final seconds, that's good to see that they really have struggled late to close it out in a quarter. But hey, not a terrible quarter. They gave up their 1-point lead that they had coming into the third. Now they find themselves down 2, but a little bit bumpy. James Posey was out for a little bit of that quarter with an injury, but the Crusaders have to take care of the ball late in this one if they want a chance.
You are going to be in for an exciting and action-packed 4th quarter. Your score at the end of 3, Jesuit 36, Shadow Creek 38. We'll be back right after this. As Jace Posey will inbound it. Looking to drive it to Nico Murr.
Nico had that really good bucket at the end of the quarter. Let's see if he can keep it going here.
Lombard has it now. He's looking around.
He stepped on the line. Fortunate mistake for the Crusaders as they get the ball back.
Posey inbounds it to Jones. He'll drive it up, and that'll be a shooting foul. We're going to the line again.
Yeah, this foul's going to be on Chase Kane there. Sean Jones looked like he had the block, but going to be a foul before that on Chase Kane as Drayton Jones makes his second trip to the line. He went 1 for 2 his first time, but drills that one. The Crusaders just have to continue to put pressure in the paint. They've done a good job as of late getting to the line, but they're going to have to continue to do that.
Crusaders have a chance to tie it here, and it's good. Tie game in the 4th.
This is exactly what the Crusaders want. The Sharks on their heels a little bit. The Crusaders have some momentum. Here's Ambery in the lane. Good finish.
Good. Nice finish there by Ambery. Nice floater.
Yeah, a little bit lackluster defense there. Just gave him too much room in the paint.
Posey has it now. Nice shoes on him, by the way, as he will dribble around. Nice D by Jones. Over to Lombard, the three. He got it! It's a 1-point lead. My goodness.
That's the Crusaders' first three-pointer since the first quarter. And now Ambery with a strong drive.
There's one thing.
To the rim.
There's one thing that both teams have done well tonight. It's been drawing fouls.
And that is going to be the third foul on Drayton Jones. Very unfortunate for the Crusaders. Both teams, their big men are, in foul trouble, really, with 7 minutes to go. Ambery ties it up there at 41.
Ambery, quite a good free throw shooter. Has one of the best free throw percentages on the Sharks. Second shot will go as well. Shadow Creek takes the lead back. Oh man, he just spun him out there. Watch behind you. However, he avoids that nicely. Kind of sensed the pressure there. Jace Posey did. In the paint, floats it. No good. That'll be taken again.
Good steal by Lombard.
Great there.
Posey.
Wide open threes, gloating it. Oh, but however, he was showboating a bit too much there. Now Anima Sean the three. Posey couldn't get the rebound.
Yeah, 2 missed threes there. Posey could have drove in a little bit, gotten a little floater, but decided to take the three. It's no good. Not a great possession for the Crusaders. They missed twice from deep.
Jace Posey got a little bit too fancy there. And that ended up backfiring on him.
Man, Ambery is really, really good from about 10 feet. And that was another nifty bucket.
Back to a 3-point game. And man, he just got pushed off there, kinda. Jones brings it up, and that is no good. And Posey,
good block and secures the ball.
Jones had some hard contact there. Murr brings it in the paint. Oh, back to Jones. He'll drive it up, and no good.
Oh, and it's gonna be a charge.
And that is
Jones'
on.
4th foul.
Looks like it may have been on Shadow Creek. We'll see what they do here.
It's going to be a timeout call, a full timeout for the Crusaders.
Yeah, timeout. Coach Amorosa calls it.
Not a great start to the quarter for the Crusaders. Only 1 field goal so far, the Trevor Lombard 3, but they're really going to have to put it together in the last 5.5 minutes if they want a chance here. They got to limit the mistakes. They want a shot.
They also have to focus up, which is most likely the reason of this timeout. So focusing up is probably most likely the reason for this timeout. So, I mean, you see some of the guys, they got up and standing. So it looks like we might have some personnel changes as well. So this will be a good time to get some fresh guys on the floor for the Crusaders, as they are only down by 3 with 5:38 to go in the game.
This is a very important timeout for them, like you said. Get some, make sure that they won who they won out there. But Drayton Jones' 4th foul, that's really, really unfortunate for the Crusaders. He's played a lot of this game, has been a real presence on both ends of the floor. So it looks like they might have to go with Rucker here for a little bit. He's proven to be really, really good tonight. He's got 4 points on 3 shots, so we'll see what they do here. And yeah, Rucker comes into the game here. Jones is gonna sit.
Anima Sean, Lombard, Posey, Rucker, and Murr on the floor. Sean Jones brings it up. Michael Collins calling for the ball. Ambery takes it now. Takes a long 3, and he's absolutely swished it. And that will extend the lead even more.
Wow. Impressive shot by Ambery. He's really...
Wow,
what a finish. But man, they got to guard the perimeter. Ambery with just some guts there to shoot it from deep.
Posey has 10 points tonight. Pass to Michael Collins. Over to Ambery once again. Over to Caden Tate. Back to Michael Collins. Nice pick set there by Tate. Nice defense there by Anima Sean.
Yeah, Embry has really been good.
Oh, the wide open three, no good. Lombard lets it go out of bounds, let the Crusaders catch their breath a little bit. Murr inbounds to Rucker. And now off to Posey. He'll bring it up past midcourt. Pass to Murr. And whistle blows.
Looks like it's going to be a foul on Chase Kane away from the ball. Him and Rucker were in a little bit of a scuffle there. But the Crusaders will inbound once again under their own basket.
Posey will inbound. As the referee holds off for a substitution. Jones checks in for Rucker.
Putting a lot of responsibility in Jones' hands. He's got to be really disciplined down the stretch here.
DeRaymond Wilson checks in for Chase Kane. Posey driving in and he almost made it through the inside of the hoop there. However, let's see who they call the foul on, and he's going to the line again.
Man, Drayton Jones just buying free throws right now. He just powered his way right back to the 15-foot line.
Jones will go to the line for the third time tonight.
Yeah, he's 3 of 4 so far. He's proved to be really good. There it is right there.
He's really been using that height to his advantage to kind of just float it in a bit. He is 6'8", 6'9", the tallest player on the team, so he's really using that to his advantage. Second one just bounces out. Really went hard for the ball there.
Oh, and that's going to be his 5th foul.
5th foul, and he is done for the night as he slowly walks back to the bench.
Looks like there seems to be some miscommunication. Looked like one ref called a defensive foul and another ref called an offensive foul after the side here.
Posey is staying on the court for the moment. And he's trying to figure out what's going on here as the referees confer. As he is done for the night as he walks back to the bench.
Just as we just talked about discipline, not a great decision there by Drayton Jones. You know, you love the effort. He tried to rebound his own miss, but just not his night there. But Rucker needs to step up here. Or, I'm sorry, Aiden McKeep checked back in.
Aiden McKeep had the best three-point shooter for the Crusaders tonight. So from beyond the arc, which is really what the Crusaders need right now, they need to get the lead and a bit of a cushion. As Embry takes it now, Tate sets the pick. As Murr steals it away, they'll have a fast break up the court. To Posey, spins around to Murr, no good. But the Crusaders almost have the rebound, but Sean Jones steps out of bounds. The Crusaders will get it back.
Man, Nico Murr just kind of blew that layup there. It looked like he had a good look. But hey, they get another chance. Down 3, just under 4 minutes to go. They're going to have to really lock in here.
Shadow Creek has 7 fouls on the night. Crusaders have 5 in this half.
It's a good point. They're going to be in the bonus here late. So any foul that Shadow Creek, makes, the Crusaders are going to the line from here on out, which could prove to be a really fortunate tool for them to cut into this lead.
And not only that, it will be an uncontested free throw sometimes, in some cases, depending on what it is. So that will really help matters for the Crusaders, as they can just, even if they miss it, they don't really have to do much.
Definitely.
Here we go. Posey inbounds to Murr. Actually, no, Anna-Bashan inbounds. Anna-Bashan beyond the arc, bringing it into the paint. Now out to Posey, looking around, looking for a pass. Now he brings it in, goes for it, and it's good.
Good reverse layup. Sean Jones was gaining on Posey, looking for the block, but great job getting to the other side of the basket. and putting it in for 2.
12 points on the night for number 12. 1 point game. Shot up, and it's good.
And that's a tough shot, little fadeaway 16-footer there. But Sean Jones makes it look easy as the lead is back up to 3.
Anima Sean has it now, guarded by Ambery. Lombard takes it, avoiding the back court. Posey driving in, puts up the layup, and it's good. It's a 1 point game once again. Crusaders keeping it close.
This is exactly what needs to happen. Posey taking over late offensively and getting whatever basket he wants. He's got to continue to do that and just drive into the paint, take his time, control himself, and just put it in the basket.
Posey has 14 points on the night.
Good ball movement by the Sharks.
They need a 3 to really extend it out here, and
is.
that's what they're going for, and he swishes it. As the Shadow Creek passes the 50 burger, 52-48.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate make for the Crusaders, as now the lead is back to 4. It's going to be really tough now under
he
2
broke
minutes.
his ankles. Now to Murr, it's good. 2 point game. Crusaders hit 50.
Man, the Crusaders need a stop here desperately. They cannot keep trading baskets with the Sharks. They need a stop. Comes a trap. Gonna call a timeout.
A minute 41 to go. 52-50. Shadow Creek is up. My goodness. We are in for a very slow final 2 minutes. Both teams are going to be fouling like crazy. So expect to have at least one more player foul out possibly.
Yeah, the Crusaders, like I said, cannot trade baskets here. They got to get a stop, and then they got to turn it into offensive production. They cannot allow Shadow Creek to just keep extending the lead and putting more pressure on the Crusaders to make baskets. They got to win this game from the defensive end of the floor.
And it looked like Drayton Jones was being allowed to stay out there despite that being his 5th foul of the night. So it looks like that may have not been called a foul actually, and it was just inbounded. So so that was probably an interesting ruling there by the referee. Buzzer sounds. Team's about to break out of the huddle. Hype music blasting in. McKee, Murr, Anima Sean, Posey, and Lombard out there for the Crusaders. Crusaders need to lock it down, get that lead, and get a cushion, as discussed prior. Sean Jones brings it up to Michael Collins. Back to Jones. Going for the double defend. However, Lombard gets back quickly. Driving through and off the rim, rebounded.
Great defense by Trevor Lombard. Good rebound by Nico Murr. And here is the timeout.
Timeout once again called.
It's exactly what the Crusaders needed. They needed a stop. Great job by Trevor Lombard not fouling on that drive. And Nico Murr securing the rebound, not forcing anything. And now they got to regroup, come up with a game plan, and execute, and try and tear into this lead.
Here we go again. Shadow Creek and the Crusaders come out of the huddle once again. Same team out there for the Crusaders. McKee, Murr, Lombard, Anima Sean, Posey.
Good job getting the inbound with the pressure here.
Moving quickly, and oh man. Moved pretty quick, but a great job at drawing the foul.
Heartbreaking. Posey just lost control there.
Yeah. Seems like
hey,
that.
now they got to just do it again. Got to get a stop.
Kind of looked like a foul from a distance with no context, but
They have 2 fouls to give. Yeah, there it is. They have to get them into the bonus here so they can force them to make free throws and then get the ball back. That's why they're taking fouls now. They'll probably take another one here if they can't steal it off the inbound.
first foul of the night for Trevor Lombard. Inbound by Bryce Jackson. Brought up by Sean Jones. Guarded by Posey. Oh, man. And that's going to be another foul. However, Sean Jones a bit shaken up there. Actually, no, that will be a foul on Trevor Lombard. So his second in succession. And because that was the 7th, Sean Jones will go to the line.
Yeah, this is a 1-and-1, so if he makes the first, he gets a second. If he doesn't, it's a live ball, and the Crusaders have a chance.
53.4 to go.
Oh, drills it.
First one goes, 3-point game. Very crucial free throws right here for the Sharks. Getting this second one could lock them down the game.
Now the Crusaders have to get a quick basket. They don't need a 3 here. They got to take it to the rim. They got to go quick. They got to drive. They got to maybe even look for an and one here.
Posey brings it up. Around 45 to go. Double guarded.
There's the foul.
And that will be on Shadow Creek. Posey will go to the line.
Interesting strategy for Shadow Creek. Now, it could pay out in their favor here. If Posey misses this one, it's most likely an easy rebound for them, and they'll go back to the free throw line if the Crusaders can't get a steal.
Bryce Jackson's second foul of the night. Shot is no good. Only one free throw right there because of the foul. Carter, excuse me, Jones.
There's the foul there. Gonna send Chase Kane to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
Any foul will send either team to the line at this point.
Still a 4-point game. There's still hope. Let's see if this one falls. And
No.
it doesn't.
No
They
good.
gotta go quick here. They gotta go quick.
Posey's got to move around 30 seconds to go. You don't have time. McKeith, the 3 got tipped. Anna Michon, no good. Fighting for the ball. Hand off to Ambery. And a hard foul there. Looked like that was Anna Michon. And they will go to the line again. Shadow Creek only needs to make one free throw to really lock this game down. That's really all they need at this point.
Yeah, and their best free throw shooters at the line in Cameron Ambery. He's played really, really well down the stretch.
Here we go.
Oh,
Bounces around, it's no good.
Oh, that's gonna be a
And
foul.
another foul. Shadow Creek kind of taunting the student section here. As Nico Murr had his 4th foul of the night on that one. Timeout called.
Yeah, now the Sharks are in the double bonus, so it's guaranteed 2 free throws coming up for Chase Kane. Really unfortunate here down the stretch. Just not what the Crusaders wanted. From Drayton Jones fouling out to the loose ball from Posey going out of bounds. Just not what they wanted. Hard-fought game. About 20 seconds left. I think if Chase Kane hits at least one of these, it's probably over.
And if you asked anybody outside of straight Jesuit that if they thought this game would be competitive, they would have told you no way. But the Crusaders, they played their heart out tonight, but they should walk out of here with their heads held high no matter the result. I mean, they put in a shift.
Yeah, they played really hard. You know, they came back. They've been down pretty much all game. Took the lead at the end of the half, and I've really just fought despite some hiccups. And you know, even if they do go down tonight, you know, they'll look to, you know, take what they've learned from this one, improve, and take it into the next district game.
The Crusaders could still realistically pull this off, barring the free throws. But if they even sink just one, that could be the dagger. The double bonus gives them 2.
Chase Kane has missed the free throw a few minutes ago. Here it comes.
First one, good, and that just might have been the dagger right there. Shadow Creek up by 5. Second one, no good. However, Carter rebounds. Rucker went for it. Let's see. And that one is on the Crusaders once again. So they'll go to the line. Actually, no, Shadow Creek, that foul was on Caden Tate.
Aaron Rucker will go to the line. Hey, and this gives him a chance if he makes both of these. Surprising enough, this is interesting now. If he makes both, there's a 3-point game. Then it's up to the Shadow Creek to really just make free throws. But this is really, it's interesting here. If the Crusaders can make these, then it's back to a 3-point game, and then you can try and steal the inbound. Oh!
And that is good. 17 to go, 55-51. However, he'll get a second shot here.
This is a big shot here. You can steal the inbound pass. Or force him to make more free throws.
Second one, no good, but Posey's got the rebound. Oh, but that is completely mishandled. Let's see who knocked that out. Ryan Chang checks in for the first time since the first half. Aaron Rucker goes out. And it will be Shadow Creek's ball, and all they've got to do is hold on to win it.
They're able to inbound it. They aren't going to foul.
Ambery. Carter will just hold it. And, however, foul. Looked like Jaden Carroll had that one. And that is going to just about do it here. Shadow Creek is going to pull this one out, barring the free throws. The final score is just about set in stone. First one good.
Just icing on the cake. Sean Jones has played an impeccable game tonight.
He has not been subbed out once. What a performance from him. Second one goes, and that is going to do it. Shadow Creek comes into the competition gym and beats the Crusaders. That's going to do it. While the Crusaders, they put in a shift here tonight, and you cannot deny their effort. They played up to par with a team they had no business beating.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It would have been really nice to come away with the win, but this Shadow Creek team is really, really good. And they did that down the stretch. Down to halftime, put it together late. You know, really on the backs of Cameron Ambery and Sean Jones. They did their job, and the Crusaders just fell a little bit short. But, hey, this gives them hope. Hopefully they'll get Connor Sauer back and just move forward in district play.
If you are a Crusaders fan, you should not be disappointed about how your team played tonight. They played their heart out, and they deserve every bit of praise they get. Your final score, Shadow Creek Sharks 57, Straight Jesuit Fighting Crusaders 51. That is going to do it for us here tonight from Thomas Hatfield and Jack Sambarosa. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next Friday.
Have a great night.